Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you can click the subscribe button and stay for a while. I upload 3 times a week. Get ready with me, shop my stash, trying on new makeup. If it's beauty or makeup related, I will be posting it. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. So as you could tell from the title of the video, my Chanel order is here. I did already unbox it. I filmed it for a reel for Instagram. So this is the Winter Tell Holiday Collection of 2024. There was a big oversized highlighter, the oversized eye and face palette, which is what I purchased, couple of lipsticks, it looks like maybe a liquid lipstick as well, some eyeliners. Only thing I wanted was the oversized eye and face palette. As you all know, I absolutely love the one that they launched last year, so I couldn't pass up purchasing this one. Now this did launch previously at Harrods and in person at the boutiques, but the closest boutique to me is about 2.5 hours away. So I had to wait until it was available online in the US. All right, let me go ahead and pull my hair back and then we can get started with this video. All right, my lovelies, hair is pulled back. Before we get into the details for this beautiful Chanel makeup, let me tell you what I have on my face. And FYI, I always link the exact shades of what I'm using. If you click the link, it's going to take you to my exact foundation shade, my exact concealer shade. Whatever is linked is exactly what I'm using. And if I cannot find what I'm using or it's sold out, there's usually a note right next to the link. Just FYI, because I do get questions and I check in the description box to see if the link is there, and it is, and just maybe I should put that in notes, but I just feel like a lot of people don't even bother to read the description box, and it actually does take a lot of time and effort to fill up that box with the information that we do. Yeah, so just a little FYI. Okay, for foundation, I went in to the Dior Foundation Stick by Terry Concealer, Victoria Beckham Contour Stylist, Dior Cream Bronzer. For powders, I went in to the One Size in Pink for my under eyes and the Melt Universal Monsters Collection Powder. I only went into powder bronzer and I went into the by Terry. There is no cream blush under my powders. Okay, so this holiday collection from Chanel. I'm on the Chanel website because that's where I purchased it from. I don't know if this particular collection is coming to like Nordstrom, Macy's, Saks Fifth Avenue, you know, the other retailers where you can purchase Chanel, but I purchased it just directly from the website. It's actually a really nice and luxurious experience. Just the way they package everything is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so they launched the Diamond Dust Oversized Illuminating Powder, a highlighter. Now, I've heard mixed things. I've heard that it's glittery and I've also heard that it's an overspray. But 100%, I've been buying way too many highlighters, and this is a very big highlighter that I 100% don't need. So I decided to skip on it. Okay, so it looks like 3 or 4 different shades of the Rouge à lèvres Extra. I probably pronounced that incorrectly. It's a high intensity lip color. The Enchanted Night eyeshadow and blush palette. I am so excited. Oh, it looks like liquid eyeshadow too. 2 different shades of eyeliners it looks like, and a liquid lip color in 2 different tones. So a tiny bit, but not too much. Like I mentioned, I purchased the oversized blush and eye palette, so we're going to use this as a blush, and we're also going to use it on the eyes. I did get a sample of the mascara, and that's it. That's all that was in my order, and it was just all packaged so beautifully. Okay, let me show you the little sample. They always include a little pouch, and it's just a little sample of the Le Volume de Chanel. I'm pretty sure I have tried this and I did not absolutely love it, but you could only get so many samples of perfume, face creams, all that. So I figured this I'll actually use even though I don't absolutely love this formula. Okay, and then now for the big boy, Enchanted Night eyeshadow and blush palette. So it looks like Enchanted Night is the name of this Color Story palette. Let me open it up. Okay, here it is, and as you could see, the logo is in gold, and I actually do really love that. Here is the one from last year, so the logo is not gold. Okay, it does have the little plastic protector, and then here is the Color Story. So pretty, and already I can tell that this one definitely has some sort of sheen. It looks like all of them might have some sort of sheen. I have seen a couple of reviews, not too many, but I'm excited because does not look like a typical Color Story that Chanel would come out with, especially not for one that is meant for both your eyes and your cheeks, you know? Like, these colors look scary, but I'm excited to see if I can make all of them work for me, even this one as a highlighter. All right, so this palette has an 18-month shelf life, and it was made in Italia. So the Chanel Enchanted Night eyeshadow and blush palette retails for $88. I want to say the one from last year, I paid $90 for it, maybe $95. Oh, I don't remember. Okay, so the description on the Chanel website. Inspired by the incandescence of the northern lights and the glimmer of snow, this limited edition palette features 4 blush and eyeshadow shades with satin and pearly finishes for infinite looks. Designed by the Chanel Makeup Creation Studio and the Comets Collective for the holiday season and presented in an oversized compact. Sounds fabulous. I think I'm gonna, oh, battery's low. Let me switch that. Okay, battery is changed. I think we're gonna start with the eyes. Now, I'm not gonna lie, but the other eye and face palette that I own, I pretty much never use it for eyeshadow. Now, this Color Story seems like, okay, maybe it should be one that I do use. For the eyes as well. Okay, so I think I'm going to do this pretty fuchsia pink. This is a mini Natasha Denona. Let's see if I can use it as a crease shade. Now, do not expect Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath, indie makeup quality. These are very soft kind of formulations, more for building up than anything. Maybe this pink wasn't a good idea as a, oh, I don't want to make myself look like I have pink eye or something. Okay, that's what it looks like. Now I'm going to jump in to the purple. This is a 15 mini from Rougher. I would say your fingers or packing these with your brush would probably be the best results. Once you start blending, they're gonna get pretty soft. Okay, this is what that is looking like. Okay, Chanel, I mean, now these could very easily be like each shade, I'm talking about each shade, a one and done kind of shade, but I just want to put all of them on my lid. Okay, now I'm gonna jump into the pretty light, almost creamsicle orange shade. This is a What's Up Beauty R108, and I'm going to add this one to the inner crease, and this one for sure has tiny bit more sheen than that pink one. The purple, it has tiny little specks of glitter, but it's like fine glitter. But this one is definitely a 100% sheen kind of shadow. So I'm tapping when it's coming together with that pink and purple. Should I put, let me put a tiny bit down here. I am going to use that silvery tone. Hopefully it's not too silver. And I am going to use glitter glue. Now I know some people don't like when people use glitter glue, but I've tested it, and I've tested it with good shimmers like Pat McGrath, and they crease so bad if I don't use glitter glue. They still crease a tiny bit with some palettes if I do use glitter glue. So when I don't use any glitter glue, like there's no preventing it, it fades and it creases like crazy. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. NYX glitter glue is on. I'm gonna jump into the silver. This one definitely feels grainy, and as you could see, the base looks like it's pretty translucent. So it's going to be a little bit more of a toppery kind of shade. So it looks silver, but it definitely has pink and purple sparkles in there. Pretty. Okay, let me grab this B3. I'm gonna dip the brush into what I sprayed on the back of my hand, dip into that silvery tone, and then use it as my inner corner. All right, let me go ahead and finish off the eyes. All right, so here is what the eye look is looking like. I went in to the Charlotte brow pencil. I have not set my eyebrows yet. I always do it after I apply my highlighter. And then I did go in to the sample of the Chanel mascara. And as soon as I started applying it, I remembered why I don't enjoy this mascara, and that's because it flakes. That for me is a definite deal breaker. And then I did go into a tiny bit of the Lancome on top of that. Okay, now we're gonna jump into this palette and use it as blush. Let's start with the purple. Now I'm not gonna go too hard with this tone. This is the TF3 from Sonia G, and I'm gonna put this up here. Okay. It's all right. I feel like it might make me look a tiny bit muddy, right? It could just be this cheek. I'm pretty sure this is the cheek where some stuff just looks patchy no matter how much I blend, what brushes I use. That other cheek is not my favorite. But yeah. Okay, I think it definitely is a tiny bit too dark. Just the purple doesn't go well with my cheek as a blush. So this purple tone, unless I mix it with something else, on its own, I don't think I'll be using it as blush, right? You see it too, right? Okay, I did wipe my brush. Now we're gonna jump into the pink. Okay, it's looking all right. Not absolutely fabulous, but again, I feel like this cheek is the one that gives me the problems. So let's try it on this side. Or maybe I need to use a different brush. Okay, I'm switching to my soft cheek, and let's see. Dipping into the pink. Okay, I feel like you could see it a tiny bit more with this brush. Oh yeah. Okay. You could see the sheen here. Okay, so let me try this one with the purple and see. Yeah, no, the purple. It's too like blue based purple. It's gonna make me look like I have a bruise, right? You see it? Yeah, you can really see it with this brush. Okay, so far the pink, I think we can make it work for the cheek. Maybe if I mix this purple and pink together, I'll be able to use both. Okay, before we use the orange, it's reminding me just a tiny bit of the Singe, so I'm just gonna swatch it real quick. And I will swatch this palette on its own, and I will swatch this palette. I just wanted to use it before I got a judgment of the shades just by swatches. So this is the Chanel, this is the Singe. Okay, so this one has, I feel, a little bit more yellow, and this one does have maybe the slightest bit of peach in it. But I feel like the finish is pretty similar. Okay, so we'll use the soft cheek. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I got the orange on my brush, and I'm just, ooh, okay, that actually looks pretty on top of everything. It changed the whole blush in a good way, I feel like, right? Now this might be too much sheen for some people. I enjoy it from time to time, not always. Okay, I think that changed it for sure. Okay, I think all three purple, pink, and orange tones together is how I'm enjoying these as blushes. I did that for the nose, and I think it looks so pretty. Okay, I am going to attempt using this one as a highlighter, although I feel maybe this one would be, you know what, let me start with the orange and see how that looks. This is the MY from Danessa and my Kid Co. The highlighter in the Teint palette that I have from last year is so pretty. Can't see it too much. Okay, now I'm gonna jump into that silver. It does have sparkle, so that's the only thing I'm kind of weary about is the sparkle, but we'll see how. Some people can pull it off, like Betty Jean from Batty Bean. I think that's her name. She pulls it off so well. Okay, I mean, doesn't look absolutely terrible. And the glitter isn't going anywhere, but I'm also being pretty strategic. It has soft, I'm applying it, you know? Other than you seeing glitter, I think it looks okay. Not my favorite, not my favorite, not at all my favorite. Because I don't like glitter like that on my... There's a time and place sometimes, but day to day, no, it's not for me. Okay, let me go ahead and finish off the face. Yeah, here you could see the sparkle. And we can talk real quick. All right, here's a full completed makeup. Let me tell you what I went in for my lips. Oh, I used the Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel to set my eyebrows. And then for the lips, I started with MAC lip liner and Strip Down, and I added this Chanel lipstick. What shade is it? 150 Eaze. It's a little bit of a warm nude with a tiny bit of like brown in there, maybe brown orange, but I didn't like how warm it looked, so then I went over with a tiny bit of Anastasia lip liner in Raisin just in the middle, and I feel that is making it look a tiny bit better. All right, so let me go ahead and swatch this palette. Okay, so when I touch the pans, the formula feels similar to the other, the Tendrice palette that I have, as far as like the baked Jolet Porsche part of it. As you saw, in the eye look, pretty much almost all of them have some sort of sheen in them, with this orange having the most amount of sheen. And you could really see it in the cheeks when I was using it as a blush. One of the main reasons this palette really attracted me and I knew I wanted to get it is because I really wanted to see if I can make these work for both blushes and eyeshadow. As you know, the Teint B30 eye and the oversized eye and face palette, this one I absolutely love, and you can see clearly that it's love. But these tones are a little bit more neutral, more everyday aesthetic type, and these, even though they're that baked gelée formulation, they're like a silky matte. This is the only one that's a true, more sheeny type of shade. So these go and look very well both on my eyes and my lips. For these, I feel like in order for me to use the whole palette on my actual face, I would have to mix all three of the tones to create like a pinky orangey type of blush. This one, it's just too purple, maybe you could even say a little bit too blue based, because it does look a little bit bruisey on my cheeks. You saw it. This one's pretty. I think this one I can definitely use it on its own. I have really been enjoying the Cinch Beauty blush, and as you saw, it's very similar in tone, except this one has a little bit more peachy. So I think this one I wouldn't have to tread as softly as I do with the Cinch Beauty, because it can't get a little bit overboard for that one. And I think for the Chanel I wouldn't have to tread as softly. This one I also feel I could probably use on its own. The purple one is the only one, so if I include this I would have to mix all three to feel like I like what I see. Even then, like just doing that, I kind of feel like it looks a little bit bruisey, right? The silver tone, it's a beautiful, beautiful tone, and on my eyes, like I would never guess that I have Chanel eyeshadows on my eyelids right now, right? As a highlighter, not my absolute favorite. It has the glitter specks, and that's either for you or it isn't. From time to time, I do like to amp it up a tiny bit. But yeah, so overall, I think it's a beautiful palette. The formula actually worked absolutely amazing. I just feel like these tones are not as forgiving as the tones they gave us in the two from last year, Tilbury and Character. So it's up to you if you want to spend the $88 on this oversized eye and face palette, because I have a feeling most of you, since the tones are so out there, is probably going to be more of an eye palette than a face and eye palette. So do you really want an oversized eye palette, would be the question that I would tell you to ask yourself. All right, my lovelies, I hope this video helped you out. I hope you enjoyed the different ways that I ended up using it. I enjoy Chanel as a makeup brand. I feel they have a lot of beautiful products, and this one I feel is definitely one that you particularly have to really think about your taste, your likes and dislikes, because I would hate for you to waste your money. All right, my lovelies, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. All the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly all does mean the world to me. I was super excited to film this video. It didn't work out quite like I had hoped, but I still made it work. I still enjoyed it, and it was decent results overall. As far as the face goes, I think the eye look is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, with that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye!